something to be said about hard-nosed full contact. It's like that raw rap all the way back to boom bap. Spikes up, Ty Cobb inspired killing the corners. Heating up with recklessness, we still getting warmer. Nevertheless, nothing contest, we bring it best. Wile E. Coyote mixed with Roadrunner, full comers. Holding your title hostage, the kings we smoke others. You're either with us or against us, it doesn't matter which. Scouting your weakness, we bring the wrath when we hit. There's never been a squad as raw as trash can spit. You might get bashed with a stick while I'm pounding the fence. Look around, you're a fish while I'm rounding it quick. Take a look at the base and sprint off with a fist in your face. No remorse, no mercy, no force can hurt me. The scouts purposely bring the pain, come try to work me. But there's a crew of dirty cats.
Good evening, everybody. I mean, everybody. Welcome to episode 27. Mike Trout getting hurt today. Sore groin. Episode 27. The Glue Guys program. Don't call it a show. We're a program. Good evening. Welcome to another special edition of.
Aren't they always special?
I know. I'm trying to do my documentary voice. And then, in the dead of night, she was gone.
Doom, doom, doom.
Fucking Unsolved Mysteries, 48 Hours. Everybody's got their own voice guy for that crap. Well, welcome. We are back. It's Wednesday, 6:30. We do this every week. Same bat time. Sometimes different bat channels, but I think we got that figured out for the most part. And another wonderful Wednesday. 111 degrees where I was today. I am just so filled with energy after that that work day. Holy! Every year, man, I swear, like this is the year I'll be used to it. No. Arizona is just not fun, and it's
always hot, bro.
We're not even there yet.
That's all it is.
We're not even there yet. That's the scary part, right? Like heat advisory this week, and it's like we're not even close to the worst of it yet. So
it's nuts.
I've been trying to hydrate, but like at this point, I don't know. I gotta get my own water gas tank in the work truck and just run an IV because you just can't. You can't keep up with it. Like to the point where I'm ready to try to put Freon in my work truck's air conditioning system because I got it on full blast. It's still not enough. So I don't know. Maybe I have to get with somebody on that. Anyway, hey, welcome. I'm rambling. Probably heat stroke. But let's get.
That is one, they say that is one of the symptoms of dehydration and whatnot.
Yeah, but I ramble anyway, so it's very hard to figure out if I'm under heat stroke or if I'm just being normally chatty. So that's good luck. Maybe we'll make that a contest. We'll give away some some water, alkaline water. Anyway, let's get the sponsors out of the way. Mickey Czar, our friends over at Czar Realty. Look, folks, housing market is still a hot mess. I don't know if you noticed. But luckily, things are starting to even out a little bit. There is more inventory for you to see. So if you were able to wait it out and not overpay, there's definitely more options for you to see now. Let's see what the interest rates do. But, hey, you might want to get in there. Obviously, Mickey knows way more about this than I do. So make sure you give him a call. Any real estate needs you have. Also, he's working on putting together a travel 40 major. I think it's 40 major, but they're going to play major.
It is 40 major. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna travel. He's had enough of. I guess the best way to put it is he's heard a lot of talk and hasn't seen a lot of action, which I can't disagree with him on. So he's giving that a shot, man. If that's something that interests you guys, reach out to him. I know he's got a list started and he's kind of starting to figure out the logistics of this thing. They're working on a rough schedule for next year. So, hey, man, I applaud him for the effort, really. Because, a common misconception, a common thing in softball here is that everybody's got the next best idea. Everybody's got something to say, but they don't
always follow through.
They don't follow through on that.
Yeah. So all gas. And I mean that just gas, nothing else.
So I applaud the effort because it's rare.
Yeah, I agree.
My boy Tedits on Facebook, on Twitch, Tedits Gaming on Facebook. Back on Warzone, much as I don't even like to say the damn name. I know that the Modern Warfare 2 trailer came out today, and the trailers always look good. That's all I want to remind people of. The trailers always look good.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to go watch that trailer because there's a part of me that hopes every year that it's gonna be the one. I'm just hoping.
Well, listen, they
went
nostalgia. They brought back the old crew, which is, listen, I don't blame them because, Warzone's taking a big dive, so they need something big. That was their bread and butter.
Yeah, Vanguard was the problem to me.
It didn't help. But look, Modern Warfare 2, they brought back Ghost. They brought back everybody. And there's some
everybody matters.
So, hey, and I love the commercials. Yes. I think the commercials are pretty. Pete Davidson, pretty funny.
He's weird.
But funny.
He's still weird.
You can be both.
You can. Yeah, two answers can exist in the same space.
Yeah, but Pete Davidson is the new BDE. He's the king of the BDE right now. You got to, it might only be 15
I don't know.
minutes.
I'm just trying to, I'm still trying to muster up a fuck to give. I just can't seem to find one.
Well, I think he's humorous.
He's all right. I mean, like I said, he's just weird.
If he's not your thing, he's not your thing.
Yeah.
Also, Marty's Trophies. I saw today they're now offering sublimation on your shelf, man. It's like your top shelf. You can get that subbed out. You can bling it out, anything you want. I think that's pretty damn cool.
I agree.
They're offering, I think it's $120 for that and the shelf itself. So that's not bad, man. So obviously my Marty's orange thing's not here because I used it today. The water cold, man. I'm dying out there. And then, of course, McDouey Sports are Kevin over there doing shelves out the wazoo. Any possible bag you have, Kevin can get it done for you. Also, the thing that I love that Kevin does is he fixes the wheels on your rollers, man. And I know all of you have had problems with your wheels on your rollers at some point. So he hooks it up. He gives you, he lifts, he puts a lift kit on your softball bag, man. You get the big tires on there. And then last but not least, Jimmy over at Sahara Solar. I mean, you heard me talking about it, folks. I literally got a heat stroke out there today, 111. So I know everybody's air conditioner is rolling through. As if you weren't spending enough on gas, now you're getting hit with your electric bill. Call Jimmy over at Sahara Solar. Figure out a way that you can keep some of that goddamn money. Use the sun to your advantage. Find out how Jimmy can help you knock down or possibly eliminate your electric bills. That takes care of the ads. And then we could jump right in. So Marlis and I obviously have conversations over the course of the week about different things. Sometimes at UFC, which, by the way, after the show last week, I found an article that talked about the Masvidal-McGregor possible fight. So for all you guys who messaged me about UFC, and why are you talking about? That's what we're trendsetters. We're Woj bombing MMA, all right? For people so you can relate to what I'm trying to tell you. So I don't want to hear it. Anyway, this isn't one of those shows. Just was a funny thing.
Yeah. Plus, that was fun. That was a fun conversation anyway. I know this week we're a little more focused on softball, but that was a good fun conversation.
I went back and watched. So anybody who didn't like it, you obviously don't watch UFC because we brought up some absolutely legitimate points about what's going on over there. Now, if we went off about the Cardinals or the Phillies or the Diamondbacks or, oh, God forbid, the Dodgers or Yankees, you friggin' front-running fans, I see y'all in Arizona softball. You're all big and bad when Aaron Judge is popping all these home runs. Let's see how you feel when he gets a record contract after this year. See how you feel then. Because the Yankees still got to win in October. Now it doesn't matter to the Dodgers or the Yankees. I'll see you in October, man. Moving on. It's just the sport. That's why they get upset, because they don't really know anything about it. You try to talk to them about it, and they start bringing up Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell. Like, bro, where you been? Anyway. So Marlos and I kind of started having this conversation about, well, it actually started because we both agree that sometimes maybe kind of sort of I may be triggered by certain bait that's left out there. No, it doesn't matter to the Phillies. See, that's where you're right. It doesn't matter. Yeah, we changed. Nobody cares. We changed coaches. We beat the Angels 4 in a row. It doesn't mean a damn thing. It just means that there's one team worse than us this year, and I'm happy about that. Moving on. Again, just like that, I get triggered by certain things, usually Philly sports teams or injustice and hypocrisy. But we figured out something, and we're gonna make it the event of the summer. All right, everybody likes to bitch and complain and talk to their person to spread this and that and whatnot. So we are now going to establish this as the summer of the call out. And what we mean by that is own your shit. Put your name on it. Don't DM a guy. Don't tell anybody. Don't. So when I get messages about different things going on in the softball world, either with my own or other sanctions, or people, or roster checks, or shaved bats, I don't know, replace 3-stitch balls, whatever you want to put in there. All right, unless you're willing to come on this show and own it, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to. You want to get a room? What?
Hey, I'm just being a healthy host, Speaking where I'm talking to and all that good stuff. What's up, Mickey? How do? I got the heartbeat going, because this is that time of the show. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you with my.
No, I thought it was funny. Yeah. So everybody's always got something to say, and now here's my new response. So just get ready for it. If you're not willing to come on the show and talk about it, then don't. I ain't got time for you. I don't have time. Do not message me. Don't DM me. Don't text me at fucking 11:30 when you know I get up at 4 and wonder why you don't get an answer. Dave, I don't have time for it. This is the new me. You're not going to trigger me. I have 14, 15 different brands of balls that are completely legal for this weekend. I swear to God, you ask me again, you're going Major Plus, period. Right away. Official announcement on the show. It's time I start using my power for nefarious means, apparently.
Oh, wow. We even went up a few syllables with the nefarious. I am impressed.
Wow.
I am impressed.
Stephen A. ain't the only dude out here that can pull out a
hey, right? You throw out them freaking multi-syllabic.
Preposterous!
Man.
With nefarious means in the lane! Anyway. So, yeah, listen, guys. If you got something to say, you got an opinion, we are providing an open forum for Call-Out Summer. Or the Summer of Call-Out, however you want to rearrange
Call-Out Summer of Call-Outs. You call it whatever. You
got to own it. All right, no more behind the scenes or no more, you better keep that same energy. We're giving you the forum to keep that same energy. Don't grab me at the field and tell me, hey, you don't like fill in the blank. And then I say, hey, come on the show this week. I didn't say that. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I want people to maintain the same level of energy that they start off with, because everybody's powered up and ready to go when it's a DM on the low or a text message on the low or something, because then they don't have to own it. Then they can act like, I don't know. Then they look good in between everything. But a lot of the time, and you're my guy, so I can say this. A lot of the time, I feel like these dudes are just using you to put the battery in their back, and then they go to you, and they're like, okay, he can do it, he can deal with it, he can handle it, and then I'm still in the clear. That's gay. So, wait, it's
you picked the worst possible time to use that word.
Somebody's gonna cancel me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That shit is corny to me. Like, how do you go to another grown man and like, yo, I'm angry. Look at me, my tantrum. Look, I'm mad. And then you go back to the fields and do the same shit that you were doing, or you go to the same people that you claimed all this shit about. You go to them and we see you at the field and you're throwing back a beer and dapping them up and shit. Get the fuck out of here. That's corny to me, dude. I just feel like you got to be the same person no matter what, man. Like, the shit that I'm talking about, whoever I'm talking about, I'm pretty much willing to say that same shit to them, or I probably already have. The other problem for me is I really don't have a lot of shit about anybody, and I don't understand how these dudes are playing softball but have all this time for the bullshit, bro. Like, how? I just want to go out, play a good tournament, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy a good time with my team or with folks who maybe not on my team that I consider friends or that I like, or I don't want to be out there on some dumb shit. I know I'm the minority. I don't give a shit about most of the things that everyone seems to bitch about in terms of softball. I just want to go out and have a good time, man. I will say, when it's west of the 17, I feel much better. But for the most part, we're just here to have a good time. I don't know, man. It's crazy shit. It's crazy shit.
Oh, look at that.
Ryan.
Yeah, you get a little plug there.
I see you out there.
I missed that. Ain't nobody scared of you, Mark. I wasn't trying to make anybody scared. Where did that come off? What, meet me at the West baseball field at 3 o'clock after school? What happened here?
Oh yeah, you told him. Yeah,
what happened here?
3 o'clock.
I don't need you to be scared of me. It's the last thing I need. Where'd that come from? Was I coming off all chest out? Did I miss something?
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
I mean, look, I got one hand left, but I ain't trying to lose that too. Bike rack. There we go. That's right. The bike rack. I'll see you at the bike rack at 3.
Wow, shit. Y'all specific, man. We just be like, hey, after school it's on site.
We know because back then it had to be a spectacle, right?
Okay, I can see, and I guess that it ties right back to what we're getting at, right? Because I guess my problem is, if you're sitting around, you got enough problems to have to text another grown ass man to complain about some shit. You what are you doing? You do something about it. Shut the fuck up. Like I don't get that. I do imagine there are instances, obviously, where people could hit you up and say, oh, hey, I heard about this and I didn't like it, so I wanted to discuss it or something like that. But I guess my problem is a lot of the time they're not doing that. They're hitting you up with secret information and shit. Like they're senior from fucking Kim Possible and shit. Oh, arch villain ass motherfucker. I'm gonna come over and, hey, did you know that such and such was doing such and such at a different tournament?
Don't
didn't have
tell
anything to
anyone.
do with you, but don't tell nobody. What are you on, bro? Come on. You got to do better than that, man. There's so many options. There's so much fun to be had with all these tournaments, and all folks can do is complain. I mean, because I remember for a while, the biggest complaint all the time on the low and secret was A1 should be majors. Oh my God, get those guys out of here. What are they doing here? But they wouldn't actually come on like the show or nothing and be like, yeah, I think they should be in A1. I think they should be in major because they're doing too much. Everybody would get on the show in the chat and be like, hey man, A1 is a great team. BTL is a great team. And they're like, what the fuck, dude? You were just in my ear. Like, yo, I don't know why these motherfuckers are still down here. Like, wait, which one is it? Don't do that. Whatever, dude.
But
it's a great day, man.
That's my favorite one. Like, there should be at least 4 or 5 teams bumped to major. Okay, why? Well, because
you said so.
Yeah, stop. All right, obviously,
crazy, bro.
You missed your calling as a fucking pro scout for Major League Baseball. Obviously,
yo, it wows me out because when you hit them with that, tell me why, and that shit goes.
That's the only thing I ask. Like, okay, give me a good reason.
Tell me why. Yeah, my answer. Yeah. They're like, I'm just saying. It just seems like. What does it seem like? Why don't you tell me what it seems like? That way we're both together here.
Oh, down the rabbit hole. Yeah, but what did you? Well, I heard. What did you hear? You just keep asking the question back and chase them down the rabbit hole. Like, no. You don't get the weasel out of this one. Oh, look what's the time. Oh, we got to play in 5 minutes. I got to go. Like, no. That's the thing. It cracked me up, man. That's the one I laugh at the most. Because, the initial thought is not horrible. Oh, more teams should move up. All right, cool. Now tell me why. Because I'm the one that's got to figure out the answer to that question. Because when you bump someone and they don't expect it, you can't just tell them because you think so. You guys might be able to compete.
That's what people do.
So, I got to have a legitimate reason to tell you, all right, you went 36-2 or whatever. Come on. Something to that effect. And I've had, in my career doing this, I've had 2 teams that had really crazy winning percentage records. And one understood and went, yeah, you're probably right. And the other one went, well, that doesn't mean anything. That was a fun conversation. That they still thought they should be AAA, and they lost literally like 2 games in 8 months of pool play.
Hey, man.
But hey, become a director. It's fun, they said.
Shit, whoever said that's fun. I wouldn't do it.
That's
There's
probably
no
the one
way you convinced me to be a director.
The people I call friends, like not acquaintances, friends. That's the one thing I hear the most is like, what? How did you decide to do this? How do you do it? Why are you still doing it?
All of those are quality questions. I will point back to what Dave said, which I agree with. Currently, he says currently several teams. Instead of me reading it, let me also throw it on screen.
I see it.
Currently, several teams could compete at the major level, but none need to be moved up. And I think the emphasis has to be on need to be moved up. He then follows it with even further better evidence of the same point. No one in AAA has separated themselves and proven they are so much better than the other competition. I mean, there aren't enough ways that I can say facts on any statement, because that's really what it is. You could have, and I think a lot of the time you hear people complain about it. They're not even talking about full teams that are major level. They're talking about a team that may have a couple of players who are really good, and that makes the whole team major. And usually it just comes across like sour grapes, like they're mad because they can't get their way, or they lost, or whatever the case may be. But you would hope that people would be somewhat logical, or at least try to be logical.
Some do. Good call, Mick. Hey, nobody messaged Dave. He got hacked. That made way too much sense.
No ball coming. I know he made it already once, but I usually follow back.
No, I agree. I think I'm looking at 3 or 4 teams right now that are right on the cusp that I'm watching, I guess, a little closer than others. The best part, though, over the last month and a half, I've informally asked some of the AAA coaches if they'd be willing to shoot up to major for a tournament and play as AAA and get their spot, but kind of see where they fit up there, kind of do it willingly, we'll say. They get double points and they'd still get their spot, but go play those major teams. And the reason is, number one, you get a real good idea watching that team against the major talent. Number two, it allows the major teams to see a different team here and there, and nobody's forced to stay up if they're not ready. And I got to be honest, I was surprised by some of the teams are like, yeah, we'll do it. Just let us know which tournament you're looking at. And, we're not talking about the top teams in AAA. We're talking about kind of middle of the road guys that were willing to do it. And I was like, okay, you know what? I've been screaming and yelling about how I don't think some guys are playing for the right reasons of wanting to get better, so playing the best competition, trying to sandbag in different ways to try to win tournaments. It was nice to see, hey, Case, it was nice to see, a team kind of middle of the road that wanted to challenge themselves, kind of how I came up playing. You wanted to play the best to see where you stood and what you needed to do to get on that level. So that still exists out here, and I'm happy because I was – look, I'll be honest, I didn't think it did. I saw a lot of people trying to take advantage of situations to, get an $8 ring or, be able to post that they won a tournament or whatever it is. It's, I have tried to put the best competition over here, and that is pretty much the mission statement. You know what you get when you come over here. You're going to play the better teams, and you get to, you'll be able to walk away and say, hey, we played the best teams if you happen to pull one off and win one. That's why we got belts. I like belts. Belts are better than rings. I don't understand that because everybody can lie and say they didn't, but at some point in your childhood, you watched professional wrestling. At some point, because OGs like me came up on Hogan and Andre, Macho Man, right? And then you got the younger generation who came up in the Attitude Era. So they're the Stone Colds, the Rocks, Cactus Jack, Mick Foley, Mankind, Undertaker, yada, yada, et cetera, et cetera. So you can lie and say you didn't have a 316 shirt, but I know you did. I know you at least gave the middle finger to your 8th grade teacher once or twice. Come on. The double bird was a sign of peace and love and happiness for a while there with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So a belt, come on now. And I got it's kind of the old Shawn Michaels Intercontinental looking belt with the white. So for you OGs, I know Jimmy Neal probably watches later being in Alabama, but I'm telling you, he understands what that means. Sweet chin music. I wish I could. I can't even get my leg above my hip, let alone to get somebody in the face with it on that.
It just takes practice.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try that DDP yoga, and I'll be able to do it.
Yeah, well, that could work.
Well, everybody swears by it. But yeah, I am. I know a ton of guys in that team. Yeah, well, listen, they're. Let's get it out of the way. So, I don't like to. I like to mention the other places you could play, but we should give credit to the teams that do work in those different tournaments. And A1 finally got over the hump and won one. I think there was 8 teams I don't know if they had any majors teams. It doesn't really matter. They had a lot of teams. Look, they played during the day last weekend. I don't care if it's Little Sisters of the Poor. 180 degrees on the turf. You deserve some credit for winning, regardless of who you play. But I know that there was some competition out there. So congratulations to those guys, you know, and taking care of that. No, they matter a little bit, just not as much as I thought, Bruce. Some guys it does matter. Definitely, listen, a certain age group division went and played somewhere based on rings. Just really, Dave, selective hearing? What percentage of disability are you on?
Wow.
I think we need to get that rechecked.
Wow. Wow.
Jeez, that was low, man.
Wow.
As if which balls can we use wasn't enough of a ball break. Now he's coming at me with like bad porn jokes.
Wow.
Wow, Dave, that hurt. That was low, man. That was soul crushing joke that I will not repeat. Is this where I pull out that we're a family? We're a family show.
Wow.
Yes, Bruce, I understand that, and actually, it's $8. I priced it out. It's $8. So that's again where my head starts spinning, and I go, "This doesn't make sense." Almost like the Earth is flat. It doesn't make sense. So I've given up. I'm gonna offer up the prizes I offer. I think they're fair and respectable. I think I'm still on top of the game with that.
Hey, but look. You bring up something up, and one to wonder, what is a quality prize?
I think the way a good baseline is right around your entry fee. So if somebody wins a tournament,
playing for free.
Yeah, at the very least, you should have a prize close to what the entry fee is. I tend to stick with bats. I think bats are the best. There you go. I think bats are the best way to go because maybe somebody on the team buys it at a discount and needs one, or you could sell it for, your
fees towards entry.
Yeah. So that's, all of a sudden I would like to be a bigger spot. All right, Mick. We can get with me. We'll work something out. You just get the checkbook out. No, I just feel like bats are one of the safer prizes. For a while there, the custom jersey thing was hot. I think it's too much of a headache. And one of my things is I like you to walk away from one of my tournaments with something in your hands, not a promissory note. Not something that you got to wait for, or you got to chase a director or somebody to get your prize. You should have it.
Yeah, plus there's a lot of organization having to go through. You got to get with those people over and over and over. I mean, anybody who's ever put in a jersey order with anybody, you've got to get all of the sizes, numbers, names. You got to double check it 3 times, triple check it, and then you're submitting it. Then you're checking on it and everything. That seems like an awfully engaged process for a single tournament victory. I like the idea of bats, right? But what I don't like about bats, or let's say the generic use of bats as a prize, you get a lot of sanctions who talk about this is the prize, and you never see them. Or it's a matter of quality, right? I mean, we all know that yes, the MSRP on some of these bats is $299, $399, or whatever, but we're not paying that. Most of us are not paying MSRP for bats.
Right.
So we have, and with that said, we still have a certain level or a certain playing field of which we try to buy certain bats. Nobody's going and buying, the lower rung Eastons or the lower rung Worths or, the big box Dick's Sporting Goods fucking Mikan or anything like that. We're not doing that, and we're not usually, we're not of that mindset. So what I see a lot of tournaments do, and I understand why, there's, obviously there's costs and all that, but it doesn't matter. You're saying bats, show them before the tournament, stack them motherfuckers up like the way the rest of us dorks do when we're showing off how many bats we got, or what, if it's a mail day, stack them motherfuckers up. And that way everybody knows going in, this is what we're playing for today. In addition to the competition, in addition to the pride and all the other intangibles that everyone tries to focus on, at the end of the day, the biggest complaint you hear all the time is we want prizes. I need to separate a piece. I understand bats being a prize. I don't personally like the idea of bats being a prize. partly because what ends up happening is if you get enough bats for the whole team, if you say 12 bats, typically those bats are the $100 bats that ain't shit and that nobody really want. Okay, cool. It's a thing. I'd rather just cash me out than make me take some shit that I don't really want, because then I feel like I've played and won for nothing other than pride. But if you are gonna do bats, again, lay them some bitches out and say, yo, this is what it is when you win this fucking tournament. One, I think that builds people's interest in trying to play and trying to play harder, trying to play better. We're all pretty used up on all the trickery that some of the different sanctions do. We're all burnt out. We know when you hit us with a winner gets 12 bats if there's 1,700 teams and each team has a lefty with one arm and two fingers. Fuck off, dude. Just drop a picture of the bat. Save yourself all that extra writing and shit they be doing on the post. Drop a pic of the bat and be like, this is what you get if you win. And if you don't win, you don't get shit. I'm good with that. Winner take all, everybody else go home. But that doesn't happen. We know that, the constituency can be crybabies. And so they see the bat and then they go, oh, I don't really want that. Right. And then the sanction themselves, they don't want to put the bats out there because they want to pocket that little extra cash. So they don't want to put out, they don't want to go and buy a stack of resis or something, right? Buy a stack of resis and be like, yeah, you win, you get these bats. People will show up and play, right? But when you go, winner gets 12 bats, and then immediately someone always goes, what bats are they? Every fucking sanction goes, yeah, bro, we got bats if you win this tournament. Yeah, but what bats? We got bats if you win this tournament. Like, I don't know. I don't get the secret. I don't understand the idea of trying to keep it secret from your paying customers. Your paying customers are the folks that are keeping you in business. You want to do things that are going to keep them coming. Don't pump fake it. Do things to keep them coming. Don't just throw the words out, throw the name out, all that crap. Do it. Show us the bats. Show us what's what. Because then, an old guy like me, I'd be like, hey, might as well put my old team back in here real quick, go win some bats or some shit. I don't know. It's an encouragement, dude. Come on.
It's call out summer. I went through that with the DeMarini, when I got a good deal on those DeMarinis because they were never released with the COVID stuff. I got a good deal on them. I told people what they were.
Right.
And then, team went friggin' 12 bats. Like, it's 12 goddamn bats.
But see, that's what I'm saying is like, I can understand the idea of getting the bats and be like, I don't really want this shit. And I'm not hating. Look, again, you know me, I'm going to keep it real, right? If it's a bat that I don't want the bats at all. Fuck selling them. Selling softball bats is a pain in the ass because, and I mean this with all the love and affection that I can, softball players are dickheads, dude. Like, yo, I'll have a bat, bro. I'll have a bat. The motherfucker's $250 everywhere else, right? And I'll put the shit up at $225, brand new, in wrap, receipt, all that good shit. And I'll get some dick face that'll hit me up and go, hey, let me get it for $140. Go fuck your mom. Because that's bullshit. So that's why I don't want nothing to do with bats that I don't want, bro. If it's a bat that I don't want to have to get it and then just have it sitting in the closet. I don't want to have to get it and try to turn around and sell it, because you always get the looky-loos who want to waste your fucking time. And then you get the people who don't know shit about bats and expect you to do a fucking demonstration and give them the breakdown of the fucking fibers used in the bat. Fuck off, because it's not that serious, first of all. But if you just give me straight cash, I ain't got to explain the fucking thing. I mean, I might explain to my wife, like, hey, bro, you want to go out to eat? What's up? You want to go, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I ain't got to explain shit. I don't have to do another transaction. I'm in and out. I just think these prizes have gotten so complicated, and it's a thinly veiled method to try to draw attention to tournaments or draw, teams to tournaments. But
welcome.
In reality, they're just using it. It's just fishing. It's a fishing line. They're just throwing it out there like, hey, we got prizes, guys. Want to play for prizes? I mean, I know you don't want to play for a T-shirt. Want to pay for some bats?
Yeah, listen, I've tried all this. This is why I said in an earlier show where I'm done trying to cater to, hearing things that never are really true, basically, as far as prizes go. So I tried backpacks, right? I tried to do backpacks. I tried to do turfs. You know, I tried to do different prizes. Like, you know, this is stuff guys use. It at the end of the day, man. I hate to say it. I really do. It don't matter. I'm literally going with lowest common denominator. What's going to appeal to the most people? Because I'm never going to get 100, and that's where the bad
I think
thing
somebody needs to.
And I get it.
People need to start doing consoles like PS5. Throw a PS5 as a fucking prize, right? You want excitement, right? You get the team like really trying to win the PS5. Then you get the fight over who actually gets the PS5.
Well, that's being selfish drama right there.
Look, man, that's why I'm not a director, because
I'm a camera on that shit. Make sure I cover
like,
it.
Hey, who's the PS5? Who's gonna take it? Okay, yeah, about that. Like,
that's funny. Well, I'm doing what I can. I think the belts are cool. Different idea, once a year or whatever. I think it's a cool difference. I mean, look. You can lie all you want. The belt is cool. All right. Everybody's cut a Ric Flair, a Hulk Hogan promo, or a Rock or Stone Cold in their mirror with a fake cardboard belt. Don't tell me different, because you're just lying. It's not
cool,
even worth the message.
But what about now? Here's the player in me, right? Not the host. No, the player in me. My problem is who gets to take the
That's not my. That's the coach's problem.
See,
that's not my problem.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm like, nah, man, that prize don't do shit for me, right? Because unless I'm taking this motherfucker with me, what I'm gonna do? Take a picture with it and be like, "Hey, look at me! I look like a dork at a porn show." Come on, man.
Hey! I got a picture of me with a Money in a Bank briefcase.
But see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you good with that? And that's fine. I'm not hating on that position. I'm simply saying that's not a tangible prize for me. I don't even like taking pictures, so. I mean, the motherfucker probably won't even get me in the picture. So now I got nothing to show for the fact that we got this belt. I'm going to be mad for like 5 minutes.
So I used to think like you, like I got to come up with 12 prizes. I got to come up with 14 prizes or whatever so everybody walks away with something. I tried it.
Financial. That's not financial.
I tried it. That's fucking hard, Los.
Oh, it's nasty, bro. It's nasty. I would never.
Backpacks, and they're like, well, I don't know if I like the colors. I was like, I'll never fucking do this again.
Yeah,
ever. We tried roller bag. Never doing it again.
Most ungrateful.
No, I'm not. Because you do take a financial hit to a certain extent, and then the fact that you take the hit and it doesn't earn you any, your money doesn't work for you. It's a negative. You gain nothing.
The only time people like to complain about prizes, in my opinion, right? My own opinion only. The only time people like to complain about prizes is when they aren't getting any.
I was just going to say, it's rare that you hear the first or second place team.
It's the non-winners
about the prize they took with them.
Hey, it's that fucking team that got smacked up 3 straight on a 3-game guarantee. Those motherfuckers are first one back on Facebook like, why the fuck we ain't playing for prizes? Playing for fucking t-shirts and shit. Like, dog, you didn't sniff a metal round. The fuck you look like? Like, I don't understand it. And then here's another point. So you have that player. We all know him. It has like 760 bats, 50 different gloves, got all the colors of cleats, every fucking thing you think of, right? And that's the motherfucker who's got something to say about the bats that they win. They'll be like, yeah, these are from last year. I mean, I could get one of these for $200 right now with a return. And it's like, dog, but you didn't even pay for this one. What are you even talking about? The hustler in me always looks at bats like, yeah, you can flip them. The problem is, again, a lot of the time the sanctions aren't throwing out the bats that you can flip. So the bats themselves become, and then you got all these teams, most of these teams, you've got a bunch of players. You've got so many bats in the dugout that if everyone pulled a single bat out, you'd have every bat possible. So I don't understand. I really just don't get it. Like, you go out in the middle of the summer or in the heat, because when we live in Arizona, it's always hot. You go out in the heat, and all you want to do is worry about a fucking prize. I know I'm a shitty person inside. I'm going to say this. I really don't give a fuck about a prize. I just want to beat the shit out of whoever I'm playing, and I want to make sure that they know that I'm enjoying beating the shit out of them. At the same time, I want to make sure that they know, even if they beat us, I don't really give a fuck about them beating us. I don't give a fuck about the prize either. I'm just here to try to apply pressure. When you talk to these folks, though, that's what they say. They tell you, yeah, I'm just, I'm just out here because, we're trying to win. We're trying to put together a program, a team that, can do all these things. And, we've been working really hard. And they get to doing that shit. Then they get back on Facebook. Like, man, I don't even know why we're out here playing so long. We're out here in the heat and it's freaking hot.
I don't know why we didn't get a 3-hour break. And
we had to play 3 games in a row and I totally wasn't feeling it. I was tired and it was hot. No, man. Like I said, I get it. Some people are in it. Some people are in it for a whole different ball game. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I start worrying about prizes, I'm finna hang them up. Y'all gonna see me doing a fire sale on Facebook. Like, yo, I got 15 bats for sale, and I didn't win any of them in a tournament, so they worth a shit. Man, whatever, dude. So we gotta do a preview of this coming weekend.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna selfishly say, even though you're the director of said tournament, I'm gonna selfishly say I'm gonna be back on the field playing on Saturday with the Mighty Dubs crew.
Hey, west of the 17, baby. I got
west of the 7. Yes, sir. This is a round of 101, and we here. I love it.
By the way, the 10 is going to be closed between, I don't know, but it's closed this weekend.
Man, doesn't it feel like the 10 is closed every week?
It is. It's just which
nasty,
section this
man.
week.
Just
and there's
swapping
no
them
rhyme
out,
or
like,
reason.
Man,
You think
so
they go
ridiculous.
like section by section? No, they're like jumping around.
They'll go 35th to 43rd is closed, and the next thing you see is Avondale to freaking Dysart. You're like, wait, what the hell happened to the part in the middle, dude? Like, it's nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. Not true, Mickey. Just in name only. He's still involved. So let's talk about who's there, because you can no longer see it on the website unless you go to the bracket, right? So you're not going to see who's coming due to some shenanigans. I had nothing to do with this. I had nothing to do with it. But yeah,
you're weird shit. I'm gonna pull up the bracket. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up the bracket. I wasn't as prepared to do this, but
no, I got him here. I was gonna run him off for you.
Oh, I'm gonna share it. I want to.
Okay.
I mean, we're a visual program. We don't want to rely entirely on that. We're a visual program.
Now we got 9 AAA and 1 50s AAA this weekend. I will say I was laughing because a lot of the major guys are trying to jump in and get cuts, which I never mind. I never mind at all. Go get your swings in. But it's so bad because we have no majors this weekend that a lot of teams are like, well, can I carry this guy or that guy? And I'm like, you get 3, boys. 4 and you're playing as major, which I'd rather not do. It's very rare that I'm able to put a tournament together where it's just the AAA guys and we don't have any combined stuff going on. So I'm kind of excited to let these guys play and see kind of who comes out, which is fun. But a lot of you major guys getting down to get some swings. I'm checking the roster, so don't get too squirrely. I know who's who, so I'm going to be checking that stuff. So if one of these teams come in and hear that they get a spot, now you know why, because we got to play by the rules. But based on the team list, I will tell you this. We got some things happening that I'm curious to see. Team Money making their long-awaited return after a couple months off. Always in the fight. A lot of experience there with those guys. A1 coming off their win in in the lower. All right, I just that other place. I was trying to think of something nice to say and I can't. So that other place. But a win's a win. There's the Dubs boys coming back, Los and crew. Brand new team, Sophisticated coming in this week, which I'm excited to see. I know a couple guys that went over there, so they definitely have some veterans, some experience. So we got to see what else is going on with that roster. Puro's in, Sonoran's in, still stroking. So any one of these teams could make a move. So I don't have like a big prediction. Like I don't think anybody's going to run away with it. A1 is a favorite, and Sonoran are right there. Puro, like I said, is one of the more consistent AAA teams when they play this year, so you can't rule them out either.
Let's pop down and look at a couple of these pool play games. We don't have to read it all out, obviously.
Yeah,
let's just call out a couple of games that should be interesting. Obviously, I'm nepotistic as fuck today, so you don't like it, kiss my ass. But I mean, game of the beginning of the evening, my friends. Game number 3, Saturday, June 11th at 6 p.m. on Field 3 is A1 Softball. Shout out to you guys. Versus Dubs crew, the mighty Dubs crew, bro. like I said, I'm nepotistic as shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. No, I'm playing. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Are you not gonna call your shot? You came out there, you just stopped right there before you called the shot. I love it.
I don't never call shots, bro, because I don't know who's gonna be there. I mean it. I can't vouch for shit that I don't know. Now you catch me at 5:45 Saturday on field 3. I'll definitely call it at that point. And I'll probably be a lot more animated about it because, you know, like I don't know what it is. I'm not even I don't think I'm that mean, but everybody thinks I'm mean. So they like say, "Oh my God, he looked like he was pissed off." Like, dude, I don't give a fuck enough to be pissed off.
Nah, you're
field,
locked
bro.
in, man. You're locked in.
I just be focused because I know my mind wanders, bro. I'll get to fucking around thinking about all kinds of shit, and the next thing you know, the tournament's over. So I gotta stay locked in. Another game that I actually am looking forward to, you know, is Puro Desmadre and Sophisticated Softball. Kind of to the point you mentioned, I know a good amount of guys on the Sophisticated Softball team. A couple of them are good friends. So, you know, I think that's going to be dope, seeing what they do. This is their first tournament out since creating the team. So I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, Puro is a great team. I know I vouch for great teams all the time, despite, you know, the fact that we're all in the same divisions. They're a great team. They're still doing really, really well. And especially coming off of what they were able to do both in that other tournament and the one in New Mexico. You know, I think that would be a great tournament and a great game and a great starting game for Sophisticated Softball to kind of see where they are. So I think that's dope.
No, that's good. I mean, like I said, new teams, I'm always curious. You know, looking at some of these other games, I mean, you know, don't sleep on Miss Hermanos, by the way. They got A1 there. I think their second full game is 7:15. Don't sleep on Miss Hermanos. You know, everybody looks.
That could be a very good game.
They look at numbers and they don't really see it. You know. And
I stand by the fact those a lot of these records are misleading or really don't amount to as much as they seem like they should at this point. I think everything that starts happening from here forward is where you really see what a team is really made of.
Yeah, and you know, with the low number, you know, we're only running 10 teams. We're able to go back to the pool and then bracket. It's going to flip-flop, guys, depending on the tournament. Like coming up on the 25th, it's going to be a 1-day 3-game guarantee. The price reflects it, you know, the $350 and the time. We got to be out of, you know, I can't start a game past 10 o'clock at Cactus. So to get us out of there, we'll get rid of the belt, you know, to the winner. Speaking of, there is literally, I think, one AAA spot left for that, and we're done. You know, we capped off the number. And then we got co-ed on Sunday, which a lot of people are trying to put together squads, the senior co-ed. So I'm excited to see what happens there. I mean, look, I you know, I've been kind of fawning over the belt, so I'm a little sad to see it go. But that's when we're going to get them out and get them.
That's all right. We might have to make a Glue Guys tag team freaking Intercontinental Gangster Championship belt. You know, fucking A. I just threw all the additives in there. You know what I'm saying? I threw all the additives.
That was some. Let me tell you something, Mean Gene.
I got you. I got it.
I would take some vitamins there. So you know, and then Sonoran with Sophisticated later. That's going to be a good game too, man. We'll see where they stand because Sonoran quietly consistent. You know, you don't hear their name mentioned right away in the top AAA teams, but they've quietly been hanging around there. So they're doing it kind of under the radar, in my opinion. Any tournament now that could stop. Yeah. You know, because A1 came out hot, and that's why people, you know, had an opinion or would say things. You know, they got to move up, or you know, so they came out of the gate pretty hot. Sonoran's kind of done it quietly. You know, and they could break out any tournament. Geez, man, I'm trying to figure out who I like for the tournament. I was dead on with my last prediction on majors, so I got to be careful here. I might actually have some validity in some of these predictions.
All right.
Yeah, Dave, that's the whole point of it being senior co-ed. If they're out there killing people, you know, they got bigger problems in life.
Yikes.
Geez, man, I don't know because listen, again, it's the same culprits, you know, because you got Puro, A1, Sonoran, and then Team Money coming in.
Yeah.
You know, you always just because you don't see them for a couple months, they just show up and start wrecking dudes. I've seen it happen before. You know, and then listen, every one of these tournaments, somebody sneaks up they didn't expect. Look at who's next. Last tournament, winning AAA just out of nowhere, and they were on a tear. So and SOBs could do it. Mr. Hermanos, like I said, could come up. I don't know who's on Los Locos. That 50s team could come in and smash dudes like Lone Star did a couple tournaments ago.
I know I was sitting over here like, yeah, so these motherfuckers gonna get a spot. That's some bullshit.
And they're gonna get a spot.
I don't like it. I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. I am anti-spot. I don't give a shit who it is, man.
Well, we were close, man. I had 9 teams, but rules are rules. We're gonna give their spot.
I'm never mad about it. I just have to clearly establish that I ate it. And I have to make sure that I say it as many times as I can.
Listen, there's holes in the theory. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's holes in it.
Yes.
Because technically, a 50s major team could play, I think, 40s AAA if it was allowed, and and play them even up.
Yeah.
Now take one of our 50 major teams that and put them in 40s AAA. Is that a straight up fight? Not in my opinion.
Nope.
Not in my opinion. So anyway, the rules as they're written need to be looked at and adjusted accordingly in your different state or region. Geez, man, I guess I got to make a call here. All right, I'm going to go chalk. On this pick. Let's see if A1 can go back to back.
Okay.
I'm going to say A1's going to win this.
Okay.
For better or worse. They're probably going to get mad at me, and we'll
Why
see.
would they get
That's
mad
my
at you?
chalk pick. Because everybody thinks they get cursed when I pick them to win a tournament. But
Who
lately I've
believes
been
in
on.
curses?
Lately I've been on picking. So there's like validity to what I'm doing here.
I mean, it's not like you made them make a mistake. Everybody, like I said, everybody got an excuse. Everybody got a reason.
Yeah. Plus see Mickey. All right, maybe I got some inside information. But like I said, a bunch of major guys are jumping on different rosters here. They're allowed to have 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how these major guys help these guys through. That's why I'm not too upset about it, because it's the rule, and they're spread out pretty well. So no one team is going to go crazy here. I don't think. I think we're going to see some close scores. So that's my prediction. I've been wrong before. I'm not too worried about it.
Nah, fuck it. I like the idea. I like I mean, look, dude, I'm playing in the tournament, so I'm going to excuse myself from making any statements and to that manner. But your choices are choices, your decisions are your decisions, and yeah.
As they like to say on the betting websites, for entertainment purposes only. So you can't hold me to this if you lose money in Vegas. Although if you could find odds on my softball tournament, I would be highly impressed. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody that would do it, but I'm not paying them.
I heard that.
So yeah, that's it. In case anybody didn't look, we're going to start at 6 p.m. and then our if game I think is at 5:30. So we should be able to get out of there right when the sun's coming up and nobody die. So I'm pretty excited about that. 50 major can compete, probably win 48. No, my point was they definitely will compete and beat some 40 AAA teams. My point was that it shouldn't be straight up. The 40s AAA team should probably be getting a spot from a couple of the 50s majors teams that play in our state. That was my point.
Yes.
The rules say they play straight up. I say that's bullshit based on looking at these 50 major teams.
Yes.
So that's what I meant. But yeah, let's see. I'll give A1 the chalk pick here based on them winning last weekend, and let's see if they keep it rolling.
Yes.
And
I was checking the Facebook page, the Facebook comments. I'm trying to do a better job of making sure that we kind of acknowledge some of those, even if they're Facebook users here on the stream. I do actually go. I've started going back into the chat and seeing who's saying what, just so I can take mental notes of crazy shit. No,
call out Summer,
dude. I'm kidding.
Just call out Summer, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I'm totally kidding in most cases, because the folks look. I love the people who are in our chats usually for the stream. They're it's the usual suspects type of thing most of the time, but it's always entertaining, and most of the people that are there, they're not hiding behind Facebook user. They just haven't actually went and clicked the freaking button.
Right.
But then it's the ones that don't do even that I can't get with. Like, nah, man, don't come tell me a secret. I don't need no fucking secrets, bro. You want to tell a secret? Tell everybody. You mad at such and such team? Go tell them. You want to whoop their pitcher's ass? Go tell them. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that thing. That's weird.
We have created an open forum. All right,
yes,
you come on the show. Call out Summer. Let's go. Keep that energy.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
be anonymously posting or messaging or Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. Get up here and own it. Own it. That's what I say. But we'll see. We'll see who takes the pledge of being straight up honest about shit and keeping that energy. Because everybody claims to be a real one, but it's rare that you actually see it in the wild.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Here we see man,
we're out of here. We're just about out of here, though. We're just about out of here.
Almost done.
No. Go ahead, I was going to
do the
do your English. Yeah,
here's the 100% honest softball player you rarely see out in the wild. He hides everywhere.
Wait, he's not British, though, bro. He's not British. He's Australian.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, okay. I was making sure. You said British, so I was like, that's a little Australian there, bro.
Well, there's the one guy who does the Nat Geo stuff that's British.
Oh, you're talking about David Attenborough?
Attenborough. There you go. And he puts his little kind of shtick on it.
Yeah, it's totally his though.
Oh, look at how upset the puppy is.
You gotta watch the Dinosaur Planet thing that he's on. Like it's basically just like Planet Earth, but dinosaur related. I watched a single episode of it on Apple TV Plus. I just thought it was kind of dumb. I'm not really all that into dinosaurs. I respect the archaeologists that are able to find all this information and gather it through research and all that. I love it. But watching a full show about dinosaurs in the same vein as Planet Earth, it just isn't as interesting because it's like I'm not finna see this motherfucker, bro.
Right, it's not like they got a Tyrannosaurus Rex sitting in Baltimore Zoo or something.
I'm saying right, exactly. I cannot take a flight to another country and go, let me see this Velociraptor. What the fuck, dude? Like, I guess for somebody it's entertaining. My grandson loves dinosaurs, and he's of course that age to love dinosaurs. So I absolutely can understand why they did this show because he's the type of cat who would absolutely love the show. I, however, am not. I love Planet Earth, though. I love that shit.
But you see it happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they get in there.
Totally imagine it, yeah.
Not like dinosaur. Like, look, man, Jurassic Park was cool and all, but I'm not going to see this movie.
Yeah, bro.
Now, look, otherwise, you need to go see Top Gun Maverick if you haven't yet. I
haven't seen that yet, but I guess I need to go see it because I keep seeing people say how dope it is. So I
listen, if you liked, here's the preface, right? If you're into Top Gun at all, you need to go see this. Like, they did it justice, and I highly recommend spending the extra $2 or $3, depending on what time you go, and whatever the hell IMAX is now. I know it's called something different, but they have that special theater that they charge you $3 or $4 more. It's worth it just for the sound alone. I know it's not Dolby. It's they keep changing the name to the next big thing. I don't know what it is, but I paid the extra $3 and sat in the theater and when the Jets went, I was like, oh, this was worth it. Like, I felt that shit. That was the only time I went to the bigger theater with the special whatever and felt it was worth it. It's a love letter to the original movie, man.
I'm gonna say some crazy shit. I'm gonna say some crazy shit. And I know
Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone's back. That alone is worth going to see it.
I know this is gonna come across kind of crazy.
They better explain it.
I've never seen Top Gun.
Oh, dude, show's over. Fuck this. Nobody fucking told me this was fucking. What kind of shit is this?
Never seen Top Gun, bro.
Are you serious?
Never seen Top Gun. Whoa.
Bro, it's only on like every streaming service. Everybody's playing it now because the other one's popular. Listen, all right, I'll just say this. All right, we'll absolve you of any sins for that. But you absolutely have to watch it before you go see the other one.
I mean, I could do that. I just gotta, I just never I just was always kind of like,
I get it. Like, what's appealing about? All right, I get it, but
I've never had anybody be able to convince me why I should see this movie.
Well, I mean, listen, you got to see it for context. I feel like if you want to see the new one, can you go see the new one without it? Yes, but it'll be a much more enjoyable experience understanding some of the inside stuff.
We're still back to the same point, though. I just never really saw a reason to see it.
Well, here's the other thing, though. It was, it came out in 1986. I need you to remember that when you watch it and treat it, nostalgically, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
but you gotta. I don't even know, man. Like it's if only for pop culture. Like that was back then, you know what I mean? That was the shit. I was what, 12, 13, you know, like that was the thing.
In '86, I think I was like about 7 or something, 7 or 8, something like that.
Yeah, so maybe it just missed you and you never caught it, you know. I mean, but how do you feel about Tom Cruise?
Something else. Okay, I fuck with Tom. You know, he a weirdo, but I fuck with him, right? However, you know, I'm a big fan of all of his Mission Impossible movies, for that matter. So Tom Cruise is not the issue. Hell, I've even seen a lot of more obscure Tom Cruise movies, like
Fourth of July.
For example, Collateral,
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut.
That was
Vanilla
a rough
Sky.
I like Collateral though.
So do I.
I was down with Collateral.
So do
Being
I.
the bad guy.
So, and I think he killed it. I loved it. And I mean, for what it's worth, I like Minority Report. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Tom has all creds with me, so that's not the issue at all. It's just that there's nothing about Top Gun, and I'm talking about the original, not Maverick, right? The original. There's nothing about it that ever made me want to watch it. Well, as a child, of course. And then as I, obviously grew up, because like you said, it's always fucking on and it's referenced everywhere. So it's not, you know what I'm saying? I just don't care. That's bullshit.
Wow,
yeah,
I was waiting for you to see
that's
it.
Not even, that's not even in the same fucking stratosphere. That's like me saying I can. No, hold on, bro. That's like me saying I can outrun Usain Bolt. Stop it. There is no flick ever created that includes my man Tom Cruise.
Coming to America.
Any motherfucker, look, dude. Wow. Especially that looks like me, who hasn't seen Coming to America, is a much bigger travesty than a dude who looks like me who hasn't seen Top Gun. That shit's not even in the same freaking atmosphere, stratosphere. The number of the amount of light years between the moons of fucking Saturn and Uranus, my guy. That's not even in the same area.
I gotta go back and see who said that.
Yeah, I gotta see that myself, because I'm gonna ban their asses from this fucking show. No.
But I will say this. I've seen them both, and Top Gun Maverick is 1,000% better sequel than Coming to America 2. I will say that.
Coming to America 2 was ass, bro. That was straight. To quote my daughter, that was very, very A-word. Look, man, I watched it, and when I saw the ad on Amazon Prime, right? I totally had the Birdman hands and everything. I was like, yeah, this is going to be legit. So then when I thought about it, I was like, this shit's probably going to suck. Because what the fuck? Like, I mean, Coming to America was a sandwich. I mean, and because a sandwich ultimately can be a meal in and of itself. Coming to America was a sandwich. Coming to America 2 was adding generic fucking great value chips underneath a great fucking sandwich and then putting plastic over all of it. Like, it's bullshit. I was so upset. Because, look, man. How the fuck did he not know he had some kid by fucking Leslie Jones, bro? If you ever fucked Leslie Jones, on God, you would remember that. Like, you're not... Come on, man. Dude, that shit will get me going, bro. That shit, because I was so disappointed. Man, look, I know they got to get a check. I'm a little mad that I couldn't get a check from it too. So I understand you do what you got to do. But that movie was not good. That movie was very much A-word. That said, I just never really had... I'm not really into fighter jets and shit like that. So I never really had a reason to watch Top Gun. It didn't interest me or whatever. The new one only interests me because literally every adult I know won't shut the fuck up about it.
Right, like, and it's based on nostalgia.
Adult I know. Yeah, and I get it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I get it, but it's like every single adult male that I know is like, yo, you ain't seen Top Gun? You ain't seen Top Gun? You ain't seen Top Gun Maverick? That shit's crazy, bro. My fucking timeline on Facebook, on Instagram, all of it, it's just littered with Top Gun. And I'm not hating. I love, because like I said, I love Tom Cruise, dude. Dude's the shit. And he's my height.
He kills it.
He's the fucking dope. He's the dope.
And just really quick, Coming to America 2, I didn't even crack a smile until Sexual Chocolate came on at the end.
A-word. Straight A-word.
That was
Straight
the
up.
only part I'm like, okay. After that, I'm done.
I think me and Maisha watched that whole flick just like this.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was so embarrassingly bad. And the cast, there's the nostalgia factor of this cast, right? But then it's like, yo, this movie sucks. Like, why did this happen? Y'all could have just did a reunion show on BET Plus and saved us all the trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then Amazon doesn't give up the check.
I was glad, I was gonna say, I was glad I have Amazon Prime because I would have never paid for that shit. Fuck no. Like, there's no goddamn way ever. No way. We need demonstrated drafting with sugar packets on Cole.
Yeah, that's Days of Thunder.
Yeah, it's Days of Thunder.
Cole Trickle.
I like that shit.
One of the best movie names ever for a NASCAR driver, no less.
Isn't it though?
Cole Trickle.
Hell yeah.
There was some inside shit going on there. But let me tell you something about Days of Thunder, all right?
Yes, sir.
Don't forget that Robert Duvall made that movie.
Killed it.
He was
Absolutely.
the guy who was the glue that kept that movie together, all right?
Sir.
Roddy, Michael, what's his name, was good as Roddy, but it was Robert Duvall's movie, brother. Don't you ever forget that. But Collateral is probably my dark horse favorite. I just love him as Vincent. And, of course, they play an awesome foil to Jamie Foxx in that movie, so that's one of my favorites. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think you got to try to sit down for 2 hours and watch the original 86 one. If only for context going into the new one. It'll help you enjoy some of the moments that happen in Maverick with a better understanding. You can watch Maverick on its own, but there's, you're missing 25% of some of the stuff going on, like what makes it an emotional connection. Like Val Kilmer's in it. There's an emotional thing with his character from the first one. Mm-hmm. There's those kind of things. But it's a great flick, man. I did see that Black Adam trailer today. It looks like a Rock movie. That's a Dwayne Johnson production.
It is Dwayne Johnson, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, Black Adam. No, you mean The Rock.
Well, that's a funny thing, all right?
Black Adam. No, you mean The Rock, bro.
Everything he does, right? He's got his groove now for last year or two. So he's one of those guys who transcends a role. So like he can do
wait. Hold on. Tropic Thunder reference.
Yes. But he's turned into that, life imitating art or whatever.
Yes,
so
yes.
It's like a Nick Cage movie, right? Yeah. Anything Nick Cage, like he did that one where he was like the kung fu. It was Nick Cage, dude.
Yes.
It was, what's the comic book one he did with what's her name, the little girl Chloe or whatever, like that. Kick Ass. Yes. That was Nick Cage, dude.
Yes.
So he took a comic book character, and so that's kind of where The Rock is for me. Like it's all walking tall at this point. Yes. If it's not a 2x4, it's a lightning bolt now.
Yes.
When he catches the rocket in the fucking trailer, I'm like,
yes.
All right, it's the XFL at this point.
Dude, look, I love. He's
going to rock bottom somebody in the fucking movie.
I love The Rock, and I was gonna say, I love The Rock, and if he doesn't rock bottom somebody, or at the very least, I need a people's elbow with that fourth wall breaking fucking people's eyebrow too. I need that because I'm telling you, I'm going into this movie entirely as, this is DC Comics presents The Rock. What the fuck are we doing here? Like, that's all. I don't give a shit.
It's Hollywood Rock, right, with superpowers.
Yes,
so this is like saying. That's all I'm WWE fucking production here.
Look, I see a lot of my nerd friends talking about the trailer and the story. I don't give a fuck. This is The Rock in DC Comics, bro. Fuck it. He's man. I'm set. I'm showing up.
Dude,
I'm showing up.
When he said the line about good guys or superheroes don't kill people, the way he turned him and went, I do.
It was the eyebrow, son. I was looking for the eyebrow, bro. I was ready for him to hit with the eyebrow. No, better yet, I was waiting for the fucking people's paws. I was waiting for one, bro. Come on, bro. I was just waiting for it.
He put the hand up.
The look around. I was waiting.
He said it so, and like I said, he just turns every role he does into a Rock thing. But the cool thing is, if you watch him wrestling, it's awesome. Like the other guys, that was the fucking Rock with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes. Yes.
So anything he does, and he could do comedy too. So I'm still.
Oh, he's funny as shit because the
This
shit
is
he was in with
unintended comedy.
the shit he's in with the little dude, Kevin Hart. Like that.
Oh
their shit
yeah,
is fucking hilarious,
Central Intelligence.
Bro. Yeah, like their shit is fucking hilarious, and it is totally The Rock doing comedy. The Rock doing action flicks. I'm here for it at all times. Like I said, I'm a simple man. I am not one of those people who needs to raise my eyebrow and my pinky with my artistic values and fuck off, dude. I just want to see people get the shit kicked out of them and I can laugh at it. That's it, man. I'm easy.
So listen, at the end of the day, it's you know, the anti-hero who, you know, crosses the line. You know, it's Batman with Egyptian powers. But hey, it's Dwayne Johnson. It's The Rock. It's not Flex Cabana.
Yeah, it's The Rock.
It's The Rock.
It's The Rock, bro.
So it's The Rock. That's the thing. The trailer that I saw, I'm like, oh my god, it's happened. It's just hit. Everything is, you know. So if he does a remake or something, that's going to be awesome because it's going to be The Rock now. And he pulled that shit in Fast and Furious. He gave he gave Vin Diesel a rock bottom there through the wall.
Yes.
Don't think I didn't see that.
I thought.
And then the headbutt.
I thought it was amazing. Not to mention the Hobbs and what's his face thing.
Oh well, Statham took it to another level, right?
Oh man, it's just amazing, bro. Amazing.
He's yawning and he's got the guy's face in the thing, and he's that's Rock shit. Okay,
that's what I come here for when it comes to those types of movies, bro. That's why I don't understand. You see some of these dudes who are all mad. Well, it lacks story. I don't give a fuck, bro. People are getting their asses kicked and they're doing shit, and it's loud and it's a bunch of crazy stuff. And it's some really cool buff guys doing shit that I can't do. Fuck it, I'm here for it, dude. I don't care.
Well, let's see how they paint the picture. I mean, I know what I'm getting, and I'm good with that.
That's right. Just keep me honest. That's it. Keep me honest, bro.
It's all good. All right. Well, hey, go watch the Black Adam trailer, and we'll catch you next week for more rock rolls here at the Glue Guys program.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll see you at a victory this weekend, and then we'll give you a review of that next week. Until then.
Peace.